you warm? Welcome home. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, guys. For folks that don't know, my name is Dan Ball. I'm an Air Force veteran. And for about 15 or 16 years, I was your local news anchor. KMIR, KESQ, CBS2, a lot of those fake news folks back there that don't tell you the truth every day. Sorry, guys, you knew I was coming to town. I'm going to give you shit. That's the way it goes. So let me first and foremost, do we have any veterans, active duty military, and first responders in the crowd? Can we give them a round of applause? So I was going to write a speech because I have a tendency to ramble. My wife says that. You ramble too much. My grandmother said I grew up with a gift of gab and I better use it for something good. Here we are, 50 years later, Grandma. I'm doing something good. We're trying to save the republic from these crazy-ass radical liberals and Democrats. So about 28 years ago, when I was 22, fresh out of the Air Force, I pulled off Washington Street. I went up and moved in with my cousin in La Quinta off Juarez. A few years later, I bought my first home on Avenida Vallejo. My daughter will graduate from PD High this year. This is my second home. I grew up here with you guys since I'm like 22, right? I get the needs of this valley. I get the needs of Californians. I came out here years ago with that California dream and the American dream in my eyes as a young guy after serving my country, and I said, you know what, I can make it out here. And back in the 90s, it was a great place. Look at California today. Look what Democrats have done to it. And we're gonna get to Miss Kamala Harris in a second. But I wanna tell a quick story. Back in 2002, I was waiting out at Spotlight 29 Casino to interview a guy named Trump who was coming to put his name on the casino. And he came over to me and I said, I'm a local news guy. I'd love to get an interview with you, Mr. Trump. This was long before the presidency, obviously, 22 years ago. And he said, I'll wait. And he waited there for almost 20 minutes because he gave me his word. Even though the folks from the tribe were like, sir, you gotta come in, we're doing a ribbon cutting, you gotta come in. He waited. He gave me that interview and then he invited me in to have dinner next to him and Melania. That's the type of guy he is. And there's stories you don't even know about this man. Using his funds, his jets, his vehicles, his hotels to give back to people when they've needed an operation, when they've needed a plane, a flight somewhere, a car. He gives. He's a true patriot. But let me just talk a little bit more about my journey and how I met President Trump since he's become president. So back in 2018, I ran for Congress here. Didn't win. That's okay. Had a lot of lies spewed about me by the fake news and by Republicans and Democrats. Kind of like Trump in 2016, right? The left and the right were attacking him. The media were attacking him. And I felt those similarities. So in 2020, I got a job down at One America News, and I love the Herring family for allowing me to have a voice where I can speak the truth to power. And after being on the air for only a few months and covering the COVID pandemic, covering what happened with the 2020 fraudulent election, a guy named President Trump reached out to me. We chatted for about 45 minutes on the phone, the first time I ever talked to the man. And let me tell you, he's a patriot. He's trying to save this nation. Can you honestly tell me that you're better off today, 4 years of the Biden and Harris regime, than you were under President Trump? Hell no, you know you can't say that. And so since then, I've had private conversations, I've done a handful of interviews, and I can tell you, I know the man's mind and heart. He's trying to do what's right for this country. That's why I didn't write a speech today, because I came out here just to talk to you as a father, as a patriot, as a veteran, as a former journalist, to tell you the majority of the media lies to you. Both parties typically lie to you. But President Trump and this MAGA, this America First movement, does not. Look around. Look at the sea of people. We got 15, 20,000 here. There's 25,000 people waiting to get in. They're black, white, red, yellow. They're gay, straight, they're old, they're young. America First is about all Americans. It's not about Donald Trump. It's about the movement, and he gets it. He knows it. It's about you. It's about we the people. Hell yeah. Get on your feet. I know I'm supposed to wrap up at 3 minutes, but hold on, guys. I text 45. He said I can have 2 more. Okay, let's go over real quick. USA, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Get it up! Fight! 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 I want to throw some facts on you real quick, okay? A week ago, Kamala Harris did an interview with The View. Sonny Hoyson asked her, would you do anything different than Joe Biden did? You know what she said? I can't think of anything, no. And I was there for all the major decisions. Okay, real quick, let's go over them in 30 seconds. You locked down businesses. You told Democrat governors to lock businesses down. You screwed our kids' education. Thousands of people lost their livelihood. Thousands of people killed themselves over the COVID BS that you locked down. Then the minute you took over, you took away our energy independence. You made prices skyrocket. Don't get me started on the debacle of the Afghan exit where you lost 13 of our heroes. And I know that Kareem and Hunter's family's here today. Can we hear it for the 13 we lost in Afghanistan because of Kamala Harris? Give them a round of applause. Then she gets appointed border czar, right? She's the border czar. What the hell happened to the border? We've allowed over 15 million illegals in. We have milked FEMA for all their money. We can't even take care of our own American citizens from Florida to Asheville or out in Maui, Hawaii, or in East Palestine because we gave all the damn money to illegal aliens. Not to mention they're spending billions of dollars of our taxpayers to pay for them. You want to talk about somebody, if this is your job resume, and you're like, hey, for 4 years I was apprentice, how did I do? Do you want to hire me? What would you say to Kamala? You're fired! Why would anyone want to elect this woman president? Every single thing they have done, from the economy, skyrocketing inflation, the border, woke DEI training in our military. That's not what we need in the military, in our schools, telling our children they can cut off parts and change their gender. This party has become insane. We used to be able to have a conversation with Kennedy Democrats, I call them, common sense Democrats. You can't anymore. You can't have a discussion. Some of these folks are so radicalized, it's insane. They have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. Everything you try to tell them, they won't even listen to. But let me tell you, as I wrap up, because I know I'm way over. Save the children. Thank you, brother. COVID. Energy prices, Ukraine, the Middle East, wasting our money, more debt, inflation, you name it. You know you're not better off. You know what you need to do this November 5th. You vote for Donald Trump, Republicans down ballot. We got to take the Senate, take the House, and put President Trump back in office for 4 more years so we can make America great again. Thank you. My name's Dan Ball. Watch One America News. God bless you all. Let's fight. Let's go.